GO 配信がオン配信がオンかなだと思う。よしということで配信始まった途端 BGM が終わった。ちょっと待ってこの This deafening silence ちょっと待ってループお願いします。よしはいということでこんにちは猫じゃレイでーすとめっちゃ嘘つく。はい、ということで今日は、ジュリーと交換留学コラボです。コラボとよしこれだな。よしということでレイさんこんばんは、小高さんこんばんは。よし。ということでね、今日は Today will be、streaming learning exchange 今日はね、2人とも、何か、お互いに教えて、そして最後に質問を解いてもらうという企画です。僕がなんでそんなことない。はいわかるように教えます。ということでみんな音声とか、何かあったら教えてね。Please tell in chat if there's any audio issues, okay? ということで、first、まずは、私が、三角法を教えたいと思います。trigonometry やらって。はい、ジュリーは僕に何を教えてくれますか？法律学習ったことないから楽しみです。
でも僕楽しみじゃねえぜ
なんで楽しい好きだったんじゃなかったの？法律学
ジュリも忘れたんだ。
忘れたんかい。よしまあいいか、まあ大丈夫、なんとかなる、戻ってくる。よしということでこのねホワイトボードを使っていきたいと思います。よしとりあえず始めましょうか。よしじゃあトリゴノメトリーうるさトリゴノメトリーちなみにペンタブがなんかすごいうんちになったので今液タブ初めて使っています。だから That's why my handwriting is worse than usual. よし The trigonometry はいこれ見えてる？ジュリー見えてる？ジュリーちょっと聞こえないちょっと待って配信聞いてみるね。ちょっと音声ちっちゃいな、確かに。フィルターか。フィルター。なんかコンプレッサーかかってる。もう一回、なんか喋ってみて。
パパパパパパパパパ。
今のどうだ
？Thank you, Papa. I'm eating egg. 今もぐもぐしとる。
Should take breaks and hydrate you to math is a fearsome beast. Yes, it is. よし。じゃあ、やっていく。L plus ratio plus なんでplus smooth brain me. You're not a smooth brain. よし。大丈夫。僕が教えるから。プロフェッショナルに。よし。Okay, I'm gonna get my key, move my keyboard so this is in the middle. よし。よっしゃ。じゃあ、せやな。まずはジュリーがどれぐらい知ってるかを、まあ一旦確認ということでね。Still like a little like diagnostic kind of thing. I'll ask you. いや、大丈夫。If you, you may, I think it might be the case that you remember more than you think. うん。だから。
I need to get my formula booklet up.
あ、そうだ。You can use your calculator as much as you'd like. 計算機は全然使っていいです。はい。まずは、なるほどね。じゃあ、ちょっと待って、この場で質問を考えないといけないかもしれない。よし。あ、じゃあ、よし。Do you remember what the sine and cosine graphs look like? So if I drew...
No, I know it's like this.
あ、そう。覚えてるじゃん。
Shut the yeah, I don't know which one is which. I know one of them it's like in the middle and this one there's like it comes from the bottom or something.
合ってる。そうから、まず、こうやってスケッチしてみたら、まず、the x-axis, x and y, goes, x is the degrees, so the important values of x that you should keep in mind are 0, 30, 45, 60, and 90. Okay? からこれは degrees ね。から and y goes from 1 to minus 1. But this is right. We will start by sketching the sine graph. ね。よし。But what do you understand by sine, cosine, tangent? What actually are they?
No idea. I think they're just math thing people made up to torture.
まあ、間違ってはいない。せやな。Okay, so I think during when we were testing, we touched a bit on this, but you remember this notation, right?
I love using it.
嘘っぽいな。よし。The f of x. f of x って何？
Function.
そう。
Put x in and replace the x in the function.
そう。天才。はい。and sine, cosine, tangent are the exact same thing. You put x in, and sine, cosine, tangent does a thing to the x, and you get something out. Okay?
Does a thing.
You don't really need to know what it does, what the actual function does, because I don't really know either. But what's important is you know what happens when you put something in and what you get out of that. So, with the sine, if we visualize it and put it on a graph, plot it on a graph, then what happened first, if you put 0 in, so sine of 0, actually, do you have a calculator to hand?
Nice. I have Google calculator though. I lost my calculator.
No. なるほど。
0 is 0.
そうからここにペケ書いてあげましょう。よし。じゃあ can you work out the rest of the values for each of them by yourself? で ていうかな。
うん。
うん。
This would be, and then it would be like this, right? And this is one. Am I right? いやいやいやいやいや。
ちょっと。
忘れた。いやいや、僕何も言ってない。
大丈夫だね。What I want you to do is try actually just putting each of the x values I've written down into your calculator as sine 30 equals and then sine 45 equals. And just plot the individual points first, and then we can like join them with like a dot to dot at the end. Okay?
Hey, okay.
Okay. It's ちゃんと入れたそれ。
はい、ちゃんと入れた。This is like 0.6 something something, 0.8 something something.
ああ。まあ。
文句はあるか。
いや、ちょっとある。
なんで
間違ってそう、this is not a personal problem, but I think because あれだな、これ見たことあるこのじゃあ違う。ちょっと待って。バック、よし。これとか見たことある？
見たことある。
ね。So, usually with exact values or values of sine, cos, tan, you usually put them in this form because this is like no decimals. So you can, like a lot of the time we prefer writing things as fractions instead of decimals.
それわかる。
よし。それで、よし、じゃあ今、I'm looking through my lesson handouts right now. よし。
次のは、
これをどうやって
I
ほしい
wanna
か。
use different colors so it's easier to differentiate. はい、次のは赤。
よし。Actually, 赤。よし、じゃあ、あれしよっか。I'm gonna teach you the new concept of あれだ。ユニットサークル。ユニットサークル？そう。よし。
それ僕もうチョコケーキ食べてます。
チョコケーキ食べてもいい。大丈夫。はい。美味しいね。はい。Okay, so unit circle. This is good. This will change your life. Okay, so
かな？That's like あれなの？
まあちょっとそんな感じ。よし、じゃあユニットサークル。
大体そういうからしょうがないもん。
はいはい。こうやってこれで円を描きます。We'll draw a circle. Okay? Okay, that's a pretty normal looking circle. Pretty fucked up looking circle. And then the important bit about this circle is this value, the radius, is 1 always. Okay?
はい。
Okay. So the radius is always 1. Okay? So that means this is 1, this is 1, from here to here is 1, here to here is 1. そう。大天才だ。But the diameter, 正直、ダイアメーターはそんなに 大切じゃない。この半径だけが1っていうのが一番大事。だからまずこれを使って三角形を作れます。We can make a right angle triangle using this circle. So for example, like this. Okay? So that's a right angle. そう。そんなことない。大丈夫。So you can make a right angle, but the crucial bit is this is 1. Now then. Okay, I will now tell you that this is 45 degrees. 45 degrees is half of 90 degrees. Okay? だね。だから、なんだっけ。
So this other thing would be the same length as this thing. So like this, if like you do this part, it would be the same length as this one. That's inside.
あ、そうそうそうそうそうそうそうそうそう。そう。よし。その通り。よし。だから、あ、違うな。よし。じゃあ、せやね。よし。じゃあ、これを、45じゃなくて、let's just say as a general value of theta, if you remember. Theta. So, theta is just, it looks like a Pokeball. You just use it as angle, unknown angle usually.
Theta is Japanese for feet.
なんて言ってんのこれ。それで、you can use this definition よし。ちょっと待ってね。
Jangan makan aja.
いや。よし。あれだ。なるほどな。よし、じゃあ。やめろAre you drawing feet on my whiteboard? なんだっけ、これが1だったら、これが y で、これが x。
見える。
だから、あれ覚えてる ?Do you remember so, か、と、あ。
いや、すごい、めっちゃ面倒なこと言ってたんだよね。すごいわかんないわ。
わかんない覚えてないない。なるほど。よし、じゃあ。
試験が終わると、覚える理由がないから。
そんな、よし、じゃあ。Okay, this is one. So, okay, this is important. So using this circle, coming back to this circle, if we want to work out, y on this circle, because so if you draw out the triangle again, この三角をもう一回書きます。これがシータです。これが1。これが y。y が欲しい。y が欲しいったらどうやるんだってんだい。ここでこのサインが出てきます。If you this so these O OH AH and OA. If you remember what can you remember what OH and A stand for in this?
That's adjacent, right?
そう。
Opposite. And then long one.
Yeah, so hypotenuse.
Oh yeah,
But-
whatever nerd word that is.
Yes, just the long one. まあいいや、それで。
The
だ
long.
からこれが1だったら opposite over hypotenuse. So sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse.
And the adjacent is basically the other one that
Yeah.
is not
It
long.
is the adjacent is next to means next to, right? So it's the one that's left. か
Is
ら
it always left? Oh no. I thought you meant left, right?
Oh, right. So the one that's left over, or the one that's not the long one and not opposite the theta angle. ねだから、okay, so sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse. That's the one we always remember. そう。だから、sine theta equals y over 1. So it's just sine theta is y. っていうことはこのSo, っていうことは、that means, so this y, for this unit circle where the radius is always 1, that means y is always just sine theta. なのだ。
Oh,
ほう。だから、それを、if we apply the same thing to x, what do you think we get? Actually, we can
apply the same thing to x.
So if you
You
want
like
x, そう。たら受理できるこれを使っこの部分を使って。
Would it be cos theta equals x?
おそう。けどなんでそうなるかわかる？
The adjacent and the hypotenuse is like 1, 2.
そう。So adjacent x over the hypotenuse, which is just 1 again. So it's just cos theta equals x.
Also, tan is opposite this, right?
So opposite over adjacent. Now we've just worked out that it's was it? So y is sine theta and x is cos theta. They're the exact same thing. So
That is by over.
tangent equals opposite over adjacent, the same as sine theta over cos theta.
Oh!
おー天才
聞いたことない察してない
ねえほら面白いでしょ
ちょっとだけね
ほらよっしゃちょっとだけ面白いって思ってくれたらサクセスよしジーニアスありがとう Thank you よしokay one more kind of funny well not funny but it's kind of important what happens when to tan theta when it is when sine theta equals 1 what happens that sine theta equals 1 in other words it's this
y equals 1
そうy when y equals 1 what's x
X.
ごめん this is a bad diagram sorry but
Yeah, me. No, I can see it. I I'm just using my like 100% of my brain. My brain is now
こうする
Ohio.
べきだっ
Sorry.
たな。This is one. This is minus one. This is minus one. This one. Okay.
Don't you have to use the Pythagorean theorem to get x then?
ん
Oh no, actually, sorry.
いや、いや、いらない
So
ね。
it's just x is 1, right? Yeah.
So
And then
when, what was
x
it?
is-
So I said y equals 1. It's, sorry, I should show this on the circle. It's these. What do you notice when y equals 1? So it's just this. This is 1. Where's the triangle gone?
Y equals 1. This is y.
But where's the
And then
triangle now?
here. Here.
Oh.
Yeah, so what? I was just guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing math in Ohio.
あれだ。
Ohio
Okay.
VTuber.
Ohio VTuber. No, Ohio, no.
すごい迷惑してるやん。
いや、大丈夫。Okay. So, when y equals 1, what happens to x? Because remember, we said about the circle that the radius is always 1. And you can see here that when y equals 1, that is the radius of the circle. So, is there even a triangle anymore?
This one then, because like it's like just pulling this and right.
So.
This x would turn to y.
そうだから like any point on the circle we can make into a right angle triangle. So actually I should visualize this a bit better. So if I draw it again here, so we just did like, okay, we can make right angle triangle like these, but we can also move this point over here. This is still 1. Now this what do you notice as we get closer to this, to the y-axis? What do you notice about
Getting
x?
uglier.
It's
No, x is smaller.
so as we go this way, and now when we arrive here, it's just a straight line, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, no.
So there's no triangle.
Y equal x.
Does y equals x?
No, but x, y, z.
Z どこから来た大丈夫。So what's y then? Or sine theta. What is sine theta when the point is at here? Here.
It would be 1, right? It would be 1.
そうその通り。So y equals 1 equals sine theta. So what's x then?
Wait, give me a moment. Wait.
すごいもぐもぐしてる。
ごめん。
大丈夫。大丈夫。
X would equal 1.
Would it?
No, X would equal 0 because it's not.
そう。なんで
Because it's a line. There is no X.
そう。
X died.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
During
そう。ほら、できてるじゃん。
まあちょっと just guessing and being nuisance in class. That is my style.
大丈夫。
So that would be cos, right? Cos theta.
そう。Okay, now what's tan theta here? Because we've established that tan theta is opposite over hypotenuse. そう equals
Does not
what?
exist though, right?
Yeah! そうから you can't divide by zero like ever. Just
Right.
maths just breaks. So yes.
Yeah, man.
ほら See, you worked that out by yourself, Julie.
ジュリー大天才だから。
そう
しょうがないもん。
ほらできたじゃん。やっぱりできたじゃん。
いや、すごいいっぱいゲスしてた。
大丈夫。ゲスしながら ゲスしながら学んでいくもの。そう。だから、
Math hack divide by zero.
Yes, that will literally break maths. So. はい。ということで、よし、じゃあ質問出していこうかな。Okay, let's try some questions.
質問。
何個かあったかな。
大丈夫。
あ、そっか。Okay. Okay. Actually. 何言ってんの質問って。なんか変なこと書いてる。
いや、変じゃないよ。
That's the moment I look away. よし。Okay. Actually, I think we might need to do a bit more. よし。Exact values of trig ratios. よし。それじゃあね。if, we've been messing around a bit with the circle thingy. けど、exact trig ratio. To get the exact ratios, what do we do? Okay.
You put Twitter.com.
なんて
You put it on Twitter.com to get ratios.
あ、はいはい。まず。Okay, we get. Do you know what an equilateral triangle is?
What? Oh yeah, the one where two sides are the same angle.
Not two sides, but
Or like three sides.
all of them. Yes, equal.
Yeah.
Equal だから全部 equal. So, let's just say all of the sides are 2. Okay? そうそうそうそうそう。よし、それで、So all the angles are 60. So 60. But we're gonna split it in 2.
Oh.
So this one is 30 plus 30. Okay? And now these are right angled. Ooh. よし。それじゃあ、now we can work out. Actually, this is a bit of application of Pythagoras. Okay? Pythagoras theorem. だから、if we take one of those triangles, 60, 30, 2, 1. Can you work out x? Actually, I should. Okay, ignore these angles for now. Can you work out x?
実はね、ジュリーもうフォームラ忘れた。
わかった。じゃあ教えるよ。It's a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where c squared is a long one, okay? And a and b can be either.
So, 1 plus b squared equals 4.
そう。
So this would be b squared equals 3.
そう。
So b equals root 3.
Yes! 合ってる。そう。
ジュリー大天才
はい。ルート3合ってるよ。だから、これはルート3です。This bit is root 3. OK? よし。いけてるいけてる。次は30。あは !OK。
次は池袋。
なんではい。
No, just take off the screen sound.
次は We can improve よ。 2、1、ルート3、60、30で、we can then use a bunch of the Sokatoa again. Put it down again. So just try messing around with this because you have a bunch of, you can make any of these opposite and adjacent because you can choose which angle to make theta or which angle to
so sine would be 1 over c, right?
What's theta? What did you choose for theta?
Oh, 30.
So! Oh, 天才。
やったー。Give me sticker. For being so smart.
That's the shittest Hanamara I've ever done. I can't do Hanamara.
いや、くっそ花丸だ。
ただの落書き。
かわいい。Pass would be adjacent or the
そう
すごいかわいい。So the 10 would just be over.
What would 10 be? お
だよね。
そう。
やったー
Oh yeah. Did you ever do you remember rationalizing the denominator?
Oh yeah, so you have to multiply by something, right?
So. Okay. People don't like root stuff as the denominator on fractions. So what would you do to get rid of the root something on the bottom?
Just put it here. Come on.
Oh, you were correct about multiplying it by something over something.
Or do you like just power up everything? Or like just multiply it by the same thing?
もうちょっとここは合ってた and then what would the top be?
Wait, let me think. If you multiply two, that would be 3, right? But then
Because you can't change the identity or the equality. So what would you times? Or let me rephrase it this way. What would be the same as, like, say, timesing by 1?
wait, that would be the 3.
So
I remember now. Memories flooding. Or
やったぜ
flashbacks. I don't know how you passed math in high school.
はいSo we can derive work out all the important values for trigonometry. So you just worked out yourself or proved what each of the values for sine, cos, tan were for 30 degrees. Okay. できるじゃん。よし。
天才すぎてやばい。
ね。よし。
I'm scared of my own genius.
OK。次は。なるほどね。よし。Is this a punishment torture stream for Julie and the viewers? No, it's voluntary.
It is not.
Julie?
I'm held hostage. I can't even Blake in the situation.
はいはい。次に Okay, now we're gonna use this cool circle again. This time we can use this for some questions. So this is you can use this called something as a cast diagram. And the basic principle of it is, if we go back to the thing where it's the radius is always 1. Okay, so this goes up to 1, this goes up to 1, this minus 1, this minus 1. Okay. So again, we can take any point, make a right angle triangle at any point where the radius will always be 1. So that's there, and that's there, and that's there. There we go back to there.
Looking pizza. Someone cut my pizza at least I'm going to. Being a PNG, you are trapped. So true, Andres. Help me. Ah!
よし。はい。So, okay, so you can, and that carries on for the entire circle, right? So you can make a right angle triangle anywhere on the circle. So, and so the reason I wrote the CAST or cast in each thing is, so each of these bits, these sections, right? They're called quadrants because there's 4 of them.
Oh yeah.
そう。大丈夫。よし。So what can you? So A stands for all. A is all, and S is for sine.
Like
T is for tan, and cos is for cos. And what each of these signifies is what is positive in each quadrant. So in A, everything is positive. Because again, in this quadrant, both x and y are positive, so that would make sense. Okay. And
wait, so the only thing positive would be A and T, right?
Oh, right, okay. なるほどね。So A is always positive, but T only tan is positive. Tangent is positive. The reason being, both in this quadrant, both x and y are negative. But if you remember, x equals, put x and y here. Can you remember what x and y equals?
Equals 1, 2, 3魔法をかけて僕に
いやあれだ
This is just the axis, right?
そうけ
Depending
ど
on Y is up, X is
せやけどあれ覚えてるこれ書いたとき we put theta and then we drew the right angle.
Y,
This
X.
is y and x, and then we said we're using Sohcahtoa again, opposite, and this is 1, opposite over hypotenuse. Sine theta equals y over 1. あれ y じゃん So the y axis is sine theta. Then we did the same as cos theta. Okay?
And the other one is sine over cos. Yatta!
Yatta! So tan is positive because tan is sine over cos, or y over x. So what's a negative over a negative is a positive. だから、ここは positive. そう。だから、so if we did on the circle, right? We do we did yo. This is 30 degrees. And this is 1. Can you work out what sine is from this diagram? So that's a right angle triangle.
This is y. X is 1.
Is x1?
This is also. Ah, 1 じゃなくて。This is 1. Sorry.
そう。
I'm too smart. So,
The theta is 30, yeah.
the sine.
これ y は何でしょう？
Y は何でしょうね？
So again, remember your ソカとは
Yes, sine 30. Wait, give me a moment. Sine 30 is sine. Wait, so this is. Wait, give me a moment.
うん。
Moment, this is H. This is opposite, so sine would be. Wait, so then Y. Eh? Yeah.
大丈夫、
Wait.
大丈夫、大丈夫、大丈夫。ゆっくりでいいよ。
Well,
Honestly,
it
Ray's
would be
quite,
30,
quite
right?
well. 30? ちょっと違うな。
Yeah,
ちょっと、大丈夫、大丈夫、大丈
smaller
夫。
than-
You don't have to rush, okay? ゆっくり、ゆっくり考えていいよ。Please don't feel pressured. You can take your time. だから、You only need to use sine theta equals opposite over hypotenuse for this question.
Oh, wait,
So
no,
you can
it's
just
the long
ignore these ones, just focus on this. Okay?
Y
And we
equals
know-
0.5.
そう天才 はい
Wait, is explain. Hey! Andrea said you're explaining well.
やった
Honestly, same, Andres. My teacher gave me stickers though.
ステッカーはいステッカーあげる
Yeah,
Request sticker.
I want us.
So yes, sine of theta is 0.5.
Looks like a cross section of a mushroom.
いやいやいやいや
I am a class disruptor if you did not know.
よしこれで Okay, so that's sine 30 but this okay we can also make another triangle here
Okay.
30 but because this is in the sine positive section sine of so if we take this as okay so in the unit circle you always go anti-clockwise so from here this is
Normal
90
contact.
degrees and here so 180 degrees
Let's
here.
go. I'm so excited.
Yes. Okay. だから so actually this is 180 minus 30 so that would be
150.
so so if this is 30 minus 30 this what's left will be 150 degrees and
Yes,
so because it's in the sine positive quadrant sine 30 is the same as sine 150 okay よしなぜかというと this right angle triangle よ so this is 30 and this is 1 and this is still y but this is negative x なぜなら because on the axis this is the negative bit okay よしだからそれはいいからそれはいいから
Yeah, I have a habit. 僕、落書きしとると、 もっと覚えてるから。
あ、そうなんだ。よし、じゃあ、okay, well, if it helps you remember, then that's fine, I guess. よし、じゃあ、
Just mindless.
そう。から、sine 150 is the same as sine 30. So, that means it's a half. It's still a half. Okay? そう。よし。
Let's find x now. Wait, but x is minus though. So, in reality, if it's just a triangle, you just put the negative away, right? The negative x, does it do anything?
Alright, so... せやな. So if you want to work out... this is cos, right? So x is cos on the x-axis. So this would be the same as cos 150 because we are working out this thing. In the quadrant of S where sine is positive only, but then that would mean cos is negative. Okay, so
Can the answer be negative though?
大丈夫
You know, even if it's a triangle.
Yeah, せやな. So I think a good way to explain the negative thing is think
Like this graph where it goes down.
そう。
Yeah, that's it.
But you shouldn't think of the triangle as like a measurement per se, because you can't have negative length, but this is just because it's on a graph, right?
わかった. So it's not actually, it's just like helping with.
So. This is again, it's everything is just a way of representing visually. So you're just plotting the idea of the function of trig on the graph, either as the circle or as the wavy thingy. Again,
So
these are all
just
just
like
visual representations.
So it's just an NFT of the actual.
まあそういう if you want to think about it like that, then yes, I guess.
Oh, it's like Pog.
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 ということでね。そういうこと。
すごい。いろいろ come back to me.
よし。いいぞ。
いいぞ。
よし。じゃあ、最後にやってみたいこと。最後にちょっと、ステップアップ。だけど、This is, okay, so, again, this is, なんかすごい書いてる。You are King NFT. かわいい。よし。じゃあ、まずね、we'll come back to the idea of working out what sine, of, なんだっけ。あ、そうだ。sine theta, okay, equals a half. Can you work this out, actually? Either on your calculator. そう。But, actually, there's more. There's actually infinite number of solutions to this. The reason being, if we use this circle thing again. So we've established this cast diagram where, okay, each of the quadrants represents where 1 is positive, i.e. the same as a. So if it's 30, then sine, then sine, when it's 30, in this quadrant, is the same as here. So this is a half on this right angle triangle, and this is a half too. That makes sense because they all come back to the same point on the y-axis. This is just a half, okay? So that's 30 degrees, and then that's 150 degrees, because 360 minus じゃなくて180 minus 30 is 150, but we can literally just loop around 360 degrees and then just keep going again. So 360 plus 30 is the exact same thing as what it was when theta was 30, because you just did a full turn
like
again.
Basically, like if it's like this one, it's like pretty much looping forever.
そう。ずっとぐるぐるぐるってずっと言ってられるから。そう。だから、so there's actually an infinite number of solutions. So this is a bad question because you can't list them all, right? Solve sine theta equals a half. That's a bad question because there's infinites, right? So what you'll see is solve sine theta equals a half in the range 0 theta to 360, something like that. In the range something. So they will specify the reason why that you'll see something like this afterwards is because there's infinites. They have to set a boundary, like a limit on. Okay, these from here to here are the solutions I want because there's infinite, right? And this could be, again, this could be anything, right? 一つだけ。そう。
わかった。
わかった。
What is this power?
ほら、楽しいでしょ？
まあ、できるなら楽しいです
ねえ、楽しいよね。ジュリーはできる。楽しい。
ジュリーは天才やから。
そう。よし。じゃあ、今度は、one more level up. Okay, so we were doing about the important nice numbers that you could represent as a fraction before, right? Like half, root 3 over 2, things like that. Now you can use your calculator because the question I will give you now is you're gonna have to write as a decimal. So 5 sine x equals minus 2. ちょっと hear me out here. はい。in the same range. Okay, so レイちゃんって教えた？読めん。漢字読めん。先生なんて読むんですか？聞きたい。覚えてない。そう。大好天才。よし。で、you can put that in your calculator. なんだっけ。Actually, do you remember in your calculator how you work out x in a situation like this? Because it's not sine of minus 2 over 5. Because that would give you...
Plus 2 over 5?
Or
something? Plus something.
So it is sine... Actually, okay. Do you remember this? Sine to the minus 1 of something.
Sine minus 1.
Because equals x. And the reason being, remember, think back to your f of x thing. Do you remember doing, okay, if Okay. If f of x is, I don't know, like 2x plus 1, there you go. And f of minus 1 of x, or the inverse function, the opposite, okay, is you're reversing the function, so you get x equals something on the other side. So if you replace hang on, ちょっと待ってね. So you're replacing it, so you get x equals something, rearranging, right? Minus 1, ちょっと待って. equal, let's put y, minus 1 over 2. Okay? And the reason being, so, okay, let's actually put some numbers into this function. So f of, using this function, f of, let's say 1, okay, let's keep it simple. So 2 times 1 plus 1 equals 3, okay? So what do you do to get back to your original input, your 1? You put it back into this one, which is 3 minus 1 over 2. Yeah, exactly. So the reverse, right?
Just reverse Uno card.
Yes, exactly. So, マジでそう。So that is literally just a reverse Uno card because it's a function. Okay? And it is the exact same, it goes back to the idea of sine, cos, and tan being a function. You are doing something to an input, and you are getting out an output. So, if we put in x, sine does something, and we get out minus 2 over 5. To get back our input, to work back to our input, we're going to have to do the opposite, the reverse Uno card of the sine function. So, if this is our output, we will reverse Uno card the output to get the input. So, Unoリバースを使って、この吐き出したアウトプットを X のインプットをが出るようにする。そう。だから、do you have a calculator that can do sine to the minus 1? OK、じゃあ僕がやる。
OK、じゃあ僕100ケーキ食べる。
いや、全部やるっていう意味じゃないよ。ここだけやるっていう意味だよ。もちろん。よし。Okay, so when you do that, you get x equals negative 23.6. And that's degrees because x, well, again, x and theta can be used interchangeably. So that x is just the angle. Okay, so if we can we can redraw the unit circle. CAST. And we get that x is minus 23.6. Huh? 何やってんのかわかんないよ。ごめん。but okay,
it should
so
be in this axis.
minus 23.
Technically, it should be here, right? Wow, epic.
X, Y. どうかな? Okay. So you remember, if y equals sine theta, x and x equals cos theta. Or actually, sorry, I should say x instead of theta because of this question. Sine of x, cos of x. Okay. Where would sine of x be negative? Just on the graph, graphically. If the y-axis is sine x, where, and this is 0 because it's the origin.
It will be here, right?
So everything here, okay? Because that's where the negative, that's just a graph on the graph. That's where y is negative, right?
Yeah, we love quadrants here in the house.
そう。だから、so, actually I told you, so on the unit circle, you can spinny around this way from 0 to 360, right? Because 0 is the same as 360, okay? You'll get the same values. But also, you can turn the other way, clockwise.
And get negative?
Negative. It's from 0 all the way to negative 360. Okay? So, that means if it's negative 23.6, can you plot where that would be, where that angle would be on this circle?
Be in this like.
So, 天才!
Inside.
Yes, so you can keep that on there. Yes. 23.6. You can just put it as 23.6. Okay. So we established that's where it is. 23.6 degrees. Okay.
Okay.
So that's one of our values, but the question wanted it in the range 0 to 360. That's not in the range, negative 23.6. So, what do we do now?
Every equal to this and this. And this, and it's just positive, right?
これとこれなんでこれとこれ
No,
って思ったの
this
そうだね。
Yes.
Again. そう。だから、so this is the negative 23.6, but also that's the exact same as, so that's like the shortcut, right? Going clockwise 23.6 degrees. But what's that the exact same as? Going the long way around, anti-clockwise, so all the way around here, and instead that would be the same as 360 minus 23.6.
Yay!
そう。
なるほど、わかんない。いや、わかる。
わかる大丈夫よし。
覚えてた。
Okay, and can you tell me, okay, so 360 minus 23.6 is? Can you tell me? You can use a calculator, I don't mind.
It's okay, I'm using my rock. Actually, no, I'm using the calculator. I can't.
大丈夫。
You said ask something.
こんな複雑やったっけなんで 23.6 なのあ、それはね、普通に計算機使っただけ。だからこのサインの逆側、マイナス1、サインのマイナス1のマイナス、5分の2。からこの質問は、x は何ですか5サイン x イコールマイナス2の時 x は何ですかっていう質問だからよしじゃあまず x を計算機でなんだっけそう計算機でこれを入れたら最初の x の、バリューが出てくるっていうあそうよしじゃあ326.4 Okay, that's one mark. You got one of the solutions. 丸。はい。よし。Can you work out what the other one would be? This is still using, you're still using 23.6, but you're placing it in a different... おそう。
So it would be like this big.
そうマジ天才かマジで早っ情報と 情報インプットするの早っ。
ジュリーは忘れやすいやけど。
天才やん。天才やん。
I learn fast. I forget fast, but I learn first. I am speed.
天才。マジで。そう。満点。満点。マジで。
天才でごめんね。
よくできました。
イェーイ。頑張れ、ジュリー。ありがとう、りょうくん。読めなかった。りょうくんも頑張り。いろいろ勉強してたね、ジュリー。
できた。できたじゃん。ほら、see, you just learned trig.
Yeah,
The
really
basic AS level trig. You just learned it again. すごい。
すごいでしょ、ジュリー。
すごいよ。
I totally forgot about like how like it's the same thing when you like clockwise. So that was a good throwback.
いいな。
Throwback time.
ジュリー、いい生徒。
ジュリーは天才やから。天才というものやから。レイちゃん、ハニーボイスの曲、可愛くてごめんって聞いたことある？
ちょっと、それジュリー見せた曲だよね。
ジュリーはそれより大天才でごめんね。
すごい。
頭良すぎてごめん。
いやでもそれは誇っていいと思う。それは言っていい。天才。
やった。
よし。
I just
やったね。
knew that so kato is like there's like a word down here. So I never knew that you could just use this.
Yeah.
That was a new thing.
Yes, that's why we write it like that.
That's why I always remember like long opposite same side. Not opposite and not long. I've never remembered it.
これが一番、覚えやすい方法だね。す、は、か、はってなんかこれがちっちゃいからね。ちっちゃくて上に乗ってるから。こうやったらこうなんだなって覚えやすい。
小木さんこんばんは。
青木さんこんばんは。ガチの勉強してFX の流れは何？これ。よし、じゃあちょっとリスナーさんにも教える。よし。これってFX は F の意味はファンクション、機能ですね。お茶目機能の機能と、漢字覚えてるかな。やばい、漢字が頭がこれだっけ。字がクソ汚い。はい、機能、多分間違ってるけど機能ね。なんだっけ、漢字正解。偉い、やった。機能ね。
機能はこう。
いや、その機能じゃなくて今全体的に言うと FX はこの X に何かをする。何でもいい。1足すだけでもいい。Yesterday じゃないのよ。先でじゃないのよ。X 足す1。特にこれを何回も使うときに毎回 X 足す1って書くのもめんどくさいじゃん。だからもう FX って書いたらもうそれの方が楽だから早いからもう FX でいいや。省略だね。省略。いわゆる。それでサイン X、コズ X、タン X自体なんだってんだいっていうの、そこのあなた。これもう全く同じです。F をサインとコズと単に変えただけです。X に何かをしている。それだけです。本当にそれだけ。何かをしてる。X に。それを省略しただけ。具体的に何をしているのかは分からなくていい。僕も分かんないから。けど、 それをね、なんだろう、グラフとかに書いてみたら、こんな形になるよとか、こんな、ぐるぐるぐるって、こんな形になったり、こんな形になったりっていう、ね、のがあるよって。だから、それがね、いろいろ使えるんだなっていう、そういう意味。よし。
よっしゃ
これぐらいかな。よし。はい、ジュリー、もう、
ジュリーの番。
三角法マスターということで、おめでとう。
三角バスタリだった。
よし。
説明。
また説明か。説明。よし。ごめんね。説明ちょっと下手かもしれんけど。本当にやったことないから。
Just save. Just screenshot this entire thing just to like.
いや、大丈夫。配信、アーカイブが残るから大丈夫だと思う。よし。じゃあ、席を、スワップします。配信画面で見えるけど、僕が席について、ジュリーが帽子かぶってる先生の。よし。
じゃあ。でも、ジュリーのは日本語で説明できないと思うんだけど。だから、レイちゃんも勉強して日本語でね。
いや、そんなわけなくない？私が同時に翻訳しないといけないとか、難易度高すぎんだろ。はい。じゃあ、コントラクト。
Do I put it like next to your math thing?
せやな、じゃあ、他の、I think we can...
I'll get it to the side here.
Okay.
I'll draw, this is the side here, I'll draw a flag.
よし、じゃ
あ。はい。
始めるか。
でも日本語できなくて、それごめん。
大丈夫。Okay, you can explain in English.
Okay, what do you know of contract? What is a contract?
Okay, I'm gonna write in blue. Okay, because I'm a student now. Contract.
Oh. What? Any perceptions? This is a free stage. You can think of anything.
Okay, what is a contract? A contract. Okay, so like define in my own words type activity. Yes.
Yeah.
I think for me, a contract is. I'll write it down and say it as well.
Okay.
Contract. 薄っ。ちょっと待って。
Yeah, you can put like any kind of like idea you have related to contract, like what comes to mind when you think of contract.
Okay.
自由にそれ、まあ数学とめっちゃ違うよね。それ、it's like it's different everything. Welcome to humanities, baby. Instead you humanities, I don't know.
Contract is something like a mutual agreement between two or more parties, maybe? Two or more parties outlining like outlining なんか a set of conditions.
Oh, おもろい。
的な。
それ大体すごい合ってるやけど。的なって。Okay, so yeah, you got it. It's basically a mutual agreement. それは the base of contract.
Based.
But and I'm glad you were talking about a set of conditions. So basically, in contract law, there's this thing called like, ちょっと待って、why is my thickness so not thick? なんで
Thick.
It's not thick. It's too thin. まあいいか。So So set of conditions you usually use as like obligation to act. That's what you call it, right? In law, but you don't have to like. I feel like I'll try to explain in like normal person terms.
Normie
But-
terms.
Yeah. So basically, like maybe like contract between A and B to do something. I think I mentioned it before, but like a contract literally like it depends on the form of contract. Some contracts you need to write it for it to become a contract. Some like you don't. You just have to like verbalize it. Like yo, you wanna do this, and that's a contract.
なるほどね。
So, like for example, you are going to Walmart to buy You're going to Walmart to buy cheese balls. So this is Walmart guy, Walmart, and this is you. So the set
Cheese
of
ball is
conditions.
such a funny word.
I know. The set of conditions would be your condition would be to give money, and their condition is to give cheese ball.
なるほどね。
Yeah, so that is your obligation. But it can also be basically like when people think of contracts, they usually think like, oh, only one person has to like do the obligation. Like in this case, people will say, oh, you just have to give them money. But them giving you back the thing you need is also an obligation in itself.
Yeah, okay. So it's like it's more sort of broad. So it's like it can be as like broad as like if I do this then you do this. You have to do this kind of on a more
Yeah, so actually both parties have like an obligation to complete. For
Yeah.
example, if you hire someone to do a commission, your obligation is to pay money, and their obligation to give you the commission. You know. That's duty なの。duty は法律。
法律。そうそうそう法律。law.
Okay, wait. I cannot write this down, I don't think. But there's this thing called private anatomy, and it's like the idea that every single person has the freedom to create like any kind of legal thing, like relation. Like you can do anything as long as it's like within the law, you know.
おー、なるほど。
So it's like so it's basically just saying just if you're not doing anything illegal, you can do it.
なるほどね。法律内であれば別に何の契約を作ってもいい。どんな法律的な関係も築いてもいいと。なるほどね。
So like maybe like okay, so there's this thing. Maybe like if you're doing a contract with someone, contract.
誰かと契約をすると。Yeah, I'm actually
And, like,
trying to interpret now.
And there's like so basically there's like a contract you want to sign, but like there's like a certain format to it. But you two are like, yeah, we should change, and you agree that okay, we don't want this format, we wanted another format, and there's nothing against that. Like in law, it says that it is still valid. You can do the other thing. Like it's not going to follow the law, but it's still legal. Therefore, it's still valid.
なんだろう、だからそのOkay, this might be a kind of a good learning strategy. I am repeating what you are saying in my own words, but in Japanese. So I have to think about it more. さあ、だから2人の間にある契約がありました。サインしないといけないタイプの契約。けど、2人とも、違う形式の契約にしよっかって、2人とも、決めたから、サインする契約じゃなくても、その違う形式の契約でも、成立する的な。
Even, but it has to be within the law.
けど、
And also, like,
全て法律内ではない、じゃないといけない。なるほどね。
But also have to think of exceptions because there are like certain stuff where like if you don't do this exact form, it does not work. So like you have to also keep that in mind. Like
けど、
real estate, for example.
なるほどね。けど、このある形式、セットされた形式じゃないと法律的に立たないという、場合もある。例えば、 エステート、プロパティ、エステート、なんていうんだ、ディープル先生。
Like buy a house or something.
辞書。
自分、あれだ、土地とかを、家を買うときに、とかは、ある形式じゃないといけない。法律的に。
そう。and okay, wait. This is a thing you see, but like yeah, but people tend to put things in paper, and I'd say that is good because like it's easier evidence if like the other side doesn't provide obligation. You can then be like, bitch, come here. You know, I have the receipts.
なるほどね。紙の形式の方が証拠としてthere's something physical remaining 残るから、後でなんかそんなことなかったぴょーんとか言ってきたらここに紙の形式サインしたやつがあるがっていうとか言えるから、なるほどね。
And there's these two words I want you to know: void and voidable.
Void and voidable. なるほどね。
So void is basically like you cannot enforce basically. So maybe if you sign a contract like, oh yes, I'm going to buy 10 grams of cocaine from you or something, and I am going to pay you. You're not legally obligated to actually do that. So that's why if you like do illegal things, you can't really like tell the police because the police like the act itself is already illegal, so you can't enforce it in the first place.
Okay. 法律外の、違法なことに関する契約だったら、例えば薬物をこれぐらいの 10g 薬物を10円で買うからお前約束したからなって言っても、もしその人が約束破って契約破っても警察にとか何も言えない。なぜならそれはボイドだから、法律外だから。なるほどね。慣習法的などこかの国の法律、国際法、タイの法律って聞かれてる。
It's like basically the general
一般的の法律だそうです。
But you have to remember, even though it's void, it means that law enforcement entities like police or like the force just won't do anything. But it doesn't mean the other person won't come over and beat the shit out of you. So yeah, so basically in law, like we have to think of the actual like practical aspects too. You know, it's like yeah, it's void, you don't have to do it, but then they can also beat you up. You know.
兄ちゃん Oh hey look, it's a stream. I can actually tune in to watch because since my day off. Hello Ray, enjoy your time torturing Julie with the most ardent task of using her brain. めっちゃディスられてる。
And okay, for voidable, it's the same thing. Cannot enforce if you like it's like a choice of not enforcing. So for voidable, basically like it's valid until like if like someone is like actually I don't want to do it anymore, and then it would become void if you say that I don't want to do that anymore. And it's usually this is usually for like people who are not like really they can't have like that much legal power. For instance, like minors, for instance. So basically there's minors and then there's another thing which is like not minor. We call it sui juris.
No.
So it depends on like which one is like a sui juris in each country. But basically sui juris you can fucking do everything. But if like you like buy maybe you buy stuff with a kid buy thing thing from you, and then okay, wait, this is fucking gaki.
Gaki.
So buy things from you, and then like, so they bought things for him. Then maybe he goes back home, and his mom's like, no,
No.
mom,
No.
his mom can like
I
go
don't
to
want
this
that.
person. It's like, hey, yeah, oh my god, no, I don't want that. Yeah, his mom could just go over and be like, yo, I want to void this contract. And voiding, yeah, because okay, so if you don't have enough like legal power, the person who like who can tell if anything.
Oh, so they can like override the contract.
Yeah, it's overriding it. And the person, usually for kids, it's like their parents, but it could be legal caretakers or like, you know, if you're like mentally unwell, it would be the appointed person.
Oh, okay. Actually, this links into like the like thing in medicine. So, in medicine, there's the there's consent and there's capacity to consent. This is like medical ethics stuff now, but. So there's a Gillick competence, I think it's called, where if you're a minor under 16 years old, I think this is in the UK, but then your parents can override your autonomy. So your parents can decide whether to get a treatment for you if you are a minor. So is that like voidable? Is that like the similar thing? Like your
so
contract
like,
with the doctor as a minor is voidable by your parents?
It's kind of, because it's not really a contract. It's more of like your parents are like pretty much like directly to the doctor. It's not really you have any choice in it. But like voidable is more of like when you like do direct like selling, buying, or like anything really.
Oh, no, horror.
So I would say that it has been right since like the beginning, because like in the beginning you can't really do much anyway. You weren't the one who was like, yes, I am going to doctor alone by myself. It's your parents who like already represent you.
No, hold on.
Good that you mentioned that, because like there's a lot of like capacities about it here too.
面白い.
But one thing about when you cannot enforce, and okay, so let's say it could just be like trading things. It can just like not be buying things. You just trade shit. Like, oh, you give me trade baseball cards or something.
Pokemon cards.
Yeah, that's also a contract, because a contract is basically like an agreement that you will do something for the other person. You know, that's basically yeah. But I'll use like the buy and sell just for the simple sake. Okay, but the thing with void is, okay, imagine you, okay, again, imagine, let's go back to the cheese mall Walmart guy. Up here. So what if like your mom or like your like legal caretaker is like, no, I want to void this contract. But it's probably like more hard to like do that since it's a big corporation, but you know. So when something is void, it means that you have to act as if that thing never existed in the first place.
Oh.
So, if, for example, you give them money, they gave you cheese balls. So what you do is you have to return to like the former position of where you were before making the contract.
So
they
you
would
give
have
the
to give
cheese
your money
balls back and they give you your money back.
Yeah, that's the thing though. How do you give them the cheese balls back, right? Usually like there's like usually a proxy. Usually you can like use like maybe the you could like give them back the like monetary value of it, or you could give them like the physical one, you know, like the physical, like maybe new one. But then again, it's like they have to give they still have to give your money back, even though you have to give them money again, you know, just for like legal sake.
No, hold on.
Yeah, so it's funny. So like, let's say like maybe like you already ate half the cheese balls, right? For example.
Yeah.
And of course you can't return one that you like already like opened.
So you have
right?
to pay for like half the pack of cheese balls again.
No, because you have to pay for the entire thing, because like you can't like you can't just give them the cheese balls and let them like sell them. No one's gonna buy them, you know. So you either like get a new cheese ball package or like you know, or like just give them like the money back also.
そっか。
Yes. Yeah, it's basically like you have to like return back to like to normal. Everything has to be normal. Or like if like you borrow money, for instance, like if someone borrows your money, so like wait, I'll write it down here. So you give them money, and they're like, wait, shit, what was I gonna do again? I forgot. So you lend them money, and their obligation is to give back money, right? But okay, let's say that somehow maybe you did wrong paperwork. Wrong paperwork can make can make things void.
Oh, wrong.
Yep. Like if it's not in the legal form, you know, like called like time of performance, where like you in the contract you will have like you have to like decide what time to perform. If you perform it, then it's like you don't have to like void it. However, because like you use money and you have to return him to his like his former state before the contract, you have to find more money to pay him back anyway.
Oh.
You know.
ごめん、今さっきインターネット切れたわ。
Basically, what I'm trying to say is like law is pretty much like law is kind of like yeah.
ごめん、ちょっと
レイちゃんの僕の
僕のとも。
Where's cut? Where was I again? When you got cut?
どこだっけ？
It's okay. Wait, I can't do it again. Okay, so basically, okay, you can just how about you and me? You borrow money from me, and then you use like fucking half the money. And then you are like, oh, that's my asset. Okay, sorry. You just have my money and you haven't given back my money yet, but that's your obligation. But your obligation hasn't been done yet, so it's fine because you're still at your like normal state. You know, it hasn't been done, so you don't have to cancel it. But I have to be refunded 100% because like we are voiding it. So you have to give back the used like money along with the rest of my money that I gave you, so that it's used. So you maybe like you borrowed $10 from me and you use 5. クソネットだ。
うんちネット。うんち回線。大丈夫？
ケネディの一つのケネディ。ジュリー知ってないね、ジュリーはタイの法律やっとる。
If only I could play the Mad World clip right now. For the last fucking time, nobody said there'd be math. Blame our schools.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's pretty much like me. That's pretty much like me simplifying like probably the smallest part, but the other part I don't think I can. This is okay. So like in law, you have to like things are defined really clearly, and you know, because like in legal text, you don't have to write like details like, oh, this means that you have to blah, 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 blah. You know. You know what an object is?
Do I know what an object is?
Object of law.
Oh.
Of law.
Like as in like objective?
Yeah, pretty much. It's basically aim or purpose. Right? But however, the law, especially in contract law, there's a difference between object and motive. So basically, I think it might come up a lot. Object is like when like all parties know that yes, this is what we want. But motive is only one person knows and the other person don't know.
Oh. なるほど。
Yes.
そっか。
Give me a moment. I think they changed it because like there's this thing called like a good faith. So like it's kind of like maybe like you are in contact with a criminal and you accidentally buy like some stolen shit. But like you're maybe like they stole shit from this person and they sell it to you, but you didn't know. So the object is to sell this thing, but the motive of this person is to sell this illegal thing, but you don't know that.
なるほど。
And you know what? When it comes to good faith, if like they can prove that you are doing it in good faith, basically you get to keep what you buy.
Oh.
That's usually the law. That's usually the law.
So if the person's selling you legal or illegal shit?
Yeah, illegal shit. Like maybe they just stole it from someone.
But you get to keep that if it's in good faith.
Yeah, if you're a third party who does not know of it, you get to keep it. Because it's like you already like bought because you thought it was valid. So like they will usually when it comes to third parties, they are usually like very protected. Unless like in very like specific situation.
そうなんだ。
Let me see. Oh yeah, there's still things. You know, there's actually a really long thing about how you declare a contract. So, can I just send you the entire thing? No, I'm joking. So basically, there's this thing called intention and declaration of intention. Okay, wait. Actually, I'm just gonna do this at the top of my head. I'm gonna change my color. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go purple. Yeah, this I don't know what to ask because like usually like it's really specific for law, so I'm just gonna blabber my mouth off. So there's this thing when you do a contract. First thing you do is just like, hey, you want to make a contract? That's an offer.
Okay.
An offer, and yes, wait. And an offer is usually like there has to be like specific kind of offer. Like you like it has to have like so an offer has to have like all the details you need to know for like the other person to agree. If you don't like say all the details and maybe like you left out one important detail and that detail makes buyer being like, actually no, I don't want that because you didn't tell me. Like it's avoidable contract because that's a mistake on like your part.
So that's a bit like informed consent.
Yeah, so it's like that's where you're selling clothes and they ask and you didn't tell them the size or something.
Yeah.
People usually say, oh, it's your fault for not checking, but actually like legally it would be like the seller's fault for not disclosing it when they made the offer. Yeah, legally it could be, but it depends on like in law the most said thing is it depends. Because it's really there's like small specific things in law, like specific law is above like normal law. It's like an exception. Yeah. Oh, yeah, when you so okay, let's say you have an offer and then someone's like and maybe like it says yes, and then it's like, and then maybe they're like, actually I want to cancel please, and you're like, okay, sure. So that would be the end of an offer, right?
Okay.
But imagine the same thing, but maybe they didn't cancel. Maybe they give you offer, but then they change condition. Like maybe they're like, oh yes, like you want to buy funny purple cat? We only have funny purple worm. You know? You know what this would mean, that you have that this party, let's say A and B. A has cancelled this offer by himself. He was like, actually, no, I can't give you
Oh,
this. So he
okay.
has
So
cancelled
at
this
first it was like, here's funny. Would you like funny purple cat? I say yes. And they say, oh, actually, sorry. Here's funny purple worm. I say, what the fuck?
Yeah, so basically this is one contract. But then he canceled the contract himself, and this is a new contract.
Oh,
If like they change
the first
offer,
one's void.
Yeah, it depends. Like usually, like when it's like in a selling thing, it can be void if like both parties agree to.
高校生の Y
やばい。
内上さん、内上さん、こんばんは。大丈夫、僕も高校生だか
僕も高校生だよ。
ら。嘘をつくな。
But yeah, basically, like if they make like an edit to like the original offer, it would be seen as a new offer in the eyes of law.
なるほどね。
Like even if like you buy maybe even if it's a small thing, like maybe you're gonna buy a purple shirt, but they're like, no, we only have yellow shirts. That would be a new offer, because it's impossible. Maybe it's impossible for them to complete this offer. So if you accept or not, it's still like it's a new contract. That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay.
So so this is something that happens a lot, like in a lot of situations where it's like, oh, like buy and sell, it's like bargaining. Like they're giving you like new offers, but then like people would think like it's the same one, but it's not. So technically, like I think it's good to learn it in law, because like after like I learned this, like I started to just say no to like, oh, you changed, okay, I'm not buying. They're like, oh, I'm gonna sue you. I'm like, huh, bitch, I'm in law school. I know how the law works.
強い。
よくないよ、もっと自信が持ってたんから。Because like the thing about law is that it has to be certain, and everyone needs to be able to understand it easily, which is such bullshit. Okay, so the thing about law is there's law in theory and law like in reality, practical and theory, right? So practical law is, oh, everyone knows law, it's easy, but then reality, it's fucking full of Latin, and no one understands shit. But yeah. But about it, back to offers, right? Wait, give me a moment. Gomini.
Aloy's just a nerd emoji.
Shut up! Wait, I'm teaching law here. Okay, so basically, like, there is this thing called hidden intention.
Hidden intention, okay.
So it's basically an intention that is not laid out, and basically like just having like a hidden motive of like doing this thing. Okay, let's go back to buying illegal things. It's like, hell yeah, I'm selling you illegal bicycle, and you thought it was like normal bicycle. It's actually illegal. Yeah, that's its intention. We don't know it, and it's called hidden motive, right? Hidden intention. If it's not said clearly, it can be void. It is void actually.
Oh.
But I think this is a bad example, because if it's third party, it's override by like the third party law. So let's say like you and cheese balls again.
Yes. Okay.
It's like, oh, I buy cheese ball, cheese, please. And and you give them money, right? But actually the cheese balls are laced with poison, and they wanted to kill you. Okay, just pretend, okay? In law, we have to use like weird ass scenarios all the time. So that's their hidden intention. You didn't know it. This would have been void from the start. Because like you are not.
I thought that would be illegal for other reasons as well.
Yeah, okay, that is okay. Let's get cheese balls, but it's like past expiry date. How about that? Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So this is the heart of contract law, is that you both have to be on the same page about every single detail.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it can be voidable or void.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty much like how yeah, there's like a section of Thai law, section 155, the civil and commercial code, which basically says that a declaration of intention and offer that is made with like the convenience of other party, which is fictitious, is void. So basically what it's saying that if you have hidden intention to other party, it's void, right? However, this section also states that the voidness cannot be set up against a third party who can be affected by this exchange and act in good faith. So being injured could mean that, like the bicycle one, you paid them money already and maybe you already used the bicycle, you know? So, okay, there's like some instances you have to give it back, but like that's very complicated. So for instance, maybe you used the bicycle and you fucking crashed it already. You can't, you know? You still are not responsible for anything because like the good faith thing is protecting you. This is the good faith barrier.
なるほどね。
Yeah, a lot of times, like third person, like, you know, if you're acting in good faith, usually like the third person gets to like keep the thing. Okay, let me give an example. I feel like maybe it's better not to draw. I don't know why.
いや、楽しいから。
Okay, let me give an example before. Yeah, this is like basics. There's like much more like if like there's a mistake, there's like ways to like compensate other people or like which side compensates the other side, you know, there's like what if it's an accident that like it's not any of your fault? What if it's this person's fault? What if it's none of their fault? What if it's a third party's fault? That's like usually all outlined in law.
Oh.
But let's just talk about like the basis of like contract law, which is that you just kind of have to be in the same page and just don't fuck other people over who doesn't know better. I feel like you can just say that, you know, but they won't because it's fucking law school. Jesus Christ.
なるほどね。
Okay, this is an example. Okay, I don't know, maybe you can solve it if you want. So let's say there's A. Oh wait, let's say there's A. I will represent A with Among Us. And
A.
And let's see. Okay, sells a ring. Sell ring to B, which is a normal person because it's not Among Us.
Okay.
And B buys ring, but they are in cahoots. Their intention is they will make it look real. So it make it look like maybe like to deceive a creditor. Maybe he wants to take a loan. So like he's getting money to be like, oh yes, look, I actually have this money, blah blah blah. You know? So this is like a concealed act basically. So like two people in cahoots doing illegal shit, but they pretend it's like normal. But let's say like, so this is obviously void, but what if started to C? I'm gonna draw a cat as C.
Okay.
What if sell ring to C?
Oh, but does the cat not know? It's
Not
fake.
know. And doesn't know that it's from like this fake transaction. Which means fake transaction. This means that the ownership of the ring is still A's because like they were like, we are going to just pretend. So like legally ownership is only, this is A's ring, but B is a piece of shit too and also sold it to someone else. You know?
Alois asked, why Among Us?
Because Among Us starts with A. Also it's easier to draw.
Okay.
Okay, so you know the good faith one, right? So
So the
you would
cat,
think,
funny purple cat is protected by good faith.
yes.
So
Because
does
he
funny
bought-
purple
yes.
cat get to keep the ring? Or
That
no?
is what you have to decide.
むずっちょっと待って But if the transaction, the first one, technically it's a fakey fake one, so it technically still Among Us is. But this
This is
cat,
still Among
this
Us.
poor cat who just wanted to buy ring
Yeah.
to, I don't know, propose to his fiance, doesn't know it's fakey fake.
Yeah, doesn't like this is a real ring by the way, but it's just the transaction itself is fake.
The transaction.
Yeah.
なるほどね. The transaction was fake. The cat just wanted the ring.
Yeah.
But the ring is owned technically by Among Us.
Yeah. There's always situations like this in law. So the thing is, you remember when I told you about like motive, right? So technically, we usually have to narrow down into like each small transaction. Let's start with this one. So this one, first of all, there's a concealed thing, which is they want to like fake the selling. So technically, even though A owns this, other people, maybe in good faith, would think this is B's. So if he sells the ring to the cat and the cat uses it to like propose to his fiance, A can't claim it back because one, he is acting in good faith, and two, he is injured by it because he already gave money. And also, but back to this fake phony ass transaction. This is not a contract at all. This is basically like, yeah, this is. Give me a moment.
Somehow this turned into an impromptu drawing stream, Julie hijacking other people's streams again.
No, I am not. I'm just trying to explain the coolness. Wait, I think I accidentally closed the thing. Fuck, let me go back. I think I accidentally closed the whiteboard. My mouse is... No, I'm back. Yeah. No, so like basically this thing is void already, but because a third party thought it was legitimate, you know, like it doesn't matter. Like no one cares.
No.
Like you're just being it's like you're just being fucking stupid, and your friend is both of you are a piece of shit, you know? Yeah, so usually it's kind of like when you go like to a trip with a friend and you're like, oh yeah, like can you cover for me? That's pretty much almost the same thing because like other people thought like, oh, you are at your friend's house, but actually you're not, or something like that. So technically it's kind of a contract where like you just like you both agree on something, but it is an illegal thing in this case to deceive a creditor that like you have enough money, you know? So this one would be like illegal in itself, but this person would not. However, what if B gave it to the cat? What if B did not sell it to
then because the cat wouldn't be injured, would it go to A?
Yes! Oh
Yes!
my god, Rachel takes time! Yes, that is true. Yeah, because ownership of the ring would come from like another section. The section that I just told you that it cannot be set up against third party. Yeah, that is true. So like usually third party comes with like the good faith and yes, that thing that I just said. Yeah, that's pretty much like the like thing. But then there's like so many things like duress or like mistake or like how you declare your intention. Wait, before we end it, I actually want to tell you something interesting if that's okay. Can you draw a dog?
Can I draw? Oh, I draw the dog. Okay. じゃあ書くよ。犬。
Here, I drew a dog. Because wolf, bark, bark. Yes, this is a drawing of a dog. I love ikemen. Yeah, that's my drawing of a dog.
Right. Right.
Yes. Okay, let me tell you the last one. So you know how like there's the offer thing, right? That I told you. So like there's many ways of declaring. So maybe you could do offer in person, through telephone, or you know, there's so many things. But an interesting thing is when you send it by letter. Hi.
Wait, what was the point of the dog exercise?
I don't know. Alois just said draw a dog. So it was like,
Oh, Alois. Can you draw
I
a
thought
cute
you were
dog?
the Ike man. Shut up.
I fight for my friends.
Usually, so like when you have an offer for someone, I offer. There's like a time period where there's a time period where you cannot cancel
Yeah.
cannot like cancel the offer, and and it's pretty much the same time that like you have to make decision within this time, right?
Okay.
However, like like I said, if it's not against the law, you can do whatever you want. So like if both of them agree, they can just like not like follow this. Like they could, if they both agree, like I don't know, man, I don't really care, and they could just not follow this and make it a long time offer. However, the funny one is about letter. When does the timer start of like cancel, when to cancel? Okay, how can you cancel, like if maybe like you send letter like on Monday and it arrives at like Friday, like what time period would be okay to cancel? Wait, yeah. When it would be effective, when like would it be effective for this one to like think?
Okay,
and
so
his
when
time
it
start?
would be okay for the person to make the decision.
Yes. So the decision, like, if he wants to be like, actually, I don't want to send this offer anymore, but it's already on its way. How does, what timing can he cancel, and what time does his time of thinking start if like it's not canceled?
When is it? When the
Okay, let's start from this person.
when the letter
Okay, imagine you
arrive?
send, yeah, and when you mean for this guy? Yes, that is true. When the letter arrives, it is when all of this timing thing kicks off for only this guy. This guy though, different. It depends on the mode of communication. There are some where you have to do it, where you have to like accept or deny, like in that conversation. And there are some where you can use like a few days. It depends on like each country, so I'm not gonna go into specifics. But yeah, there's some offers you can only do like in that one conversation. You have to do it, You have to say yes or no, or if you don't say anything, it's a no, But when it comes to letters, so Monday, right? They said Monday, arrives Friday. So before Friday, this person can actually like communicate to them before the letter arrives that, hey, I sent a letter, but I don't mean it anymore. So before the letter reaches this dude, the offer, he can cancel the offer.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, there's a lot of like complicated like issues in each, right? Yeah. So like if you ever see like sometimes it's not even when it's received. Like maybe he got it on Friday, he hasn't opened it yet. He can still this guy can still cancel. As long as the person has not seen the offer, so it's not communicated yet, then he can cancel it beforehand.
What happens? Okay, so when he opens the letter and he reads it, what then?
It means that this. Oh wait, let me change color actually. It means that this motherfucker made an offer to him. So if he says yes, this guy has to follow through.
So okay.
Yeah. So it's like when you change your mind, it's like unless they agree with their own thing. Like actually, yeah, let's change. Then it's fine, Because like I said, buying cheese balls is also a transaction.
難しい。
Yeah, there's a lot of factors, but I'm also lazy to actually like make videos about it, honestly.
Hello, Julie. Hello.
Hello,
I
Hakka.
I am Julie.
You are not Julie. Stop trying to pretend. Yeah, you should read my law notes. I'm so good at law.
怖い。Law notes 怖い。
I mean, I don't think I have my German law notes, but that was fun too. Yeah, law is fun. 法律楽しいよ。 but only when you understand it. Sometimes like I don't. When I was in like college, I remember like there were some times that I don't understand shit, and I just I just won't let the professor go to like break until I understood, and I don't go back. Yeah, so like there's like so I don't go back to my seat. So like you know how like there's like this one like standy guy, and there's like ton of seats. And during break time, I would just like I'll just stand in his face like, "Boy, what the fuck? What the fuck, mate?" Yeah.
それいい生徒それ。
Yeah, いい生徒やけど even after break, I'm like, "No, I don't understand. Tell me."
良すぎる生徒それはちょっと良すぎる。
No, yeah, but all my professors remember me, so that's great, I guess.
いいじゃん。
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for like the simple, because like I feel like other ones it's like there's so many more things you have to like, learn. You have to kind of build up. It's like the learning curve is like it's like this. This is the learning curve.
といlearning curve.
It's so messy. Yeah.
Ray is Julie, real not clickbait そうだよ。
I haven't gotten my degree. She's the badge. But she is a branch of private law. Yeah, I mean it could be, and it's just like general like contract law for me. I'm the best at contract law because this is simplest. I did some criminal law. It's like each branch of law they have like different principles too. So you know, it really depends on the person. Yeah. Like criminal, like there are some parts of like maybe criminal law that like they use the same word as like contract law, but like it means totally different things.
Look at this. This is what we've done. This is all our work for this stream.
Yeah, Among Us selling ring to cat. This is so epic. But yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, also we have our song premiere.
なんと
It's
そろそろ
like 5 minutes. そろそろ授業終わる because I mean, I think you learn like the whole like third party thing faster than some of like my classmates. I had to explain it to them like 10,000 times.
なんだこのいやーただの僕クソガキ
ただねSong premiere. Oh, you should link.
そう
Yeah, me and Rick did sang song. However, I made the MV myself. However, it has been some time ago because I took a bit too much time doing the MV. so like my singing is better now, okay? Don't
別にうまいと思うけどね。
うまくない。
うまい。
全然。
はい。固定しました。
やった。Yes, do it and stream and then we go to there.
I can't believe it. It brings up so many other questions. Can Ray be other people? Does he know the art of mimicry? Could there be other Julies out there? So many questions that have me intrigued.
Marco, I am smart. Marco imposter, Sasas among us.
Sasas among us, God.
I think that's not too much.
なんかもぐもぐしてんね。よし、ということで。That's about it.
I'm gonna go. That's about it. I'm gonna wash my food. That's okay. We can end stream.
Okay. それじゃあ、今回の配信は This stream will be end about here. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
Really smart with triangle. Go back to triangle. I'm very smart and I'm just like disrupting Rachel. 30 seconds.
Yeah. できたじゃん。She did. We managed to do trigonometry problem and I managed to do selling ring to cat question. から今日の配信はこれぐらい。if you can click on the link, we might be in the chat in the song premiere. Fan collab.
Praise my keyframing and like pretty much
すごいからね。本当にすごいからね。
ありがとう。レイちゃんもいろいろおつ、次のはワクワク。それは、まあ、今日は、じゃあ今日はデビューやん。僕らのデビュー。
うん。
ユニットデビュー。
ユニットデビュー。レイレッタ。うん。
レイレッタ。
終わった。
Very formal unit. Very cute. 終わった。Yeah, it's okay. You can go click on the MV that like we sang together. I made the MV. Rachel did the mixing.
I mean, I
And
know
it's
a
like-
thing about impressions and impersonations. にっちゃん
Yeah, Rachel. If Rachel ends stream, I will go wash my spoon. There's so much chocolate. This is so yummy.
わかった。よし、じゃあ、Thanks for watching. それでは、お疲れ様。